Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 10th, and it's time for Q&A. We have some great questions today. What are my daily habits? Um, is it better to use non-fat Greek yogurt in recipes? And straight arm versus forearm plank. So before we dive in, a quick introduction. Hi there, I'm Elizabeth from Happy, Healthy, and Hot, 59-year-old double certified health and weight loss coach, author, content creator, and now three-time finalist in the Maximum Cover Girl competition in my 50s, competing with women mostly in their 20s and 30s, because it's time to tell a new story about aging. Women of all ages deserve to be seen, heard, and admired, and we can love our bodies and our lives at any age. I have so many resources for you. I'm absolutely going to drop links in the caption. You can sign up for my email list. That's free, and I don't spam you. I email once a week at most. Sometimes I go a couple weeks. I'm a one-woman show here. On a lot of different platforms. You can buy my cookbooks. I have two cookbooks. Both are immediate digital downloads. My first one, the Happy, Healthy, and Hot cookbook. And second one, Happier, Healthier, and Hotter, high protein and low calorie bikini friendly recipes. Both of these books are full of just that high protein, low calorie, bikini friendly recipes made from real food ingredients, foods you can just grab at your local grocery store, along with my best weight loss strategies so you can lose the weight and keep it off eating real food. I share the same strategies that have helped my clients lose 10 to 35 pounds and keep it off eating real food, and the way that I eat that keeps me lean and muscular at 59, 5 years postmenopause. It's all linked there, along with my LTK shop, my journal, all of the things. So this first question comes from Ryan. You look beautiful. Well, thank you, Ryan. What are you doing daily? There are three things that I do every single day that are really the big reason why I feel so amazing. I prioritize protein and produce. I walk a lot. And I hold a plank every day, at least one, because planks are better than spanks. So let's dive in. Prioritize protein and produce. That's the way I eat. It's what I've been talking about in the almost 10 years. Gotta turn the sounds off on my phone. It's real life. And the other sound is the dishwasher running in the background. So prioritize protein and produce. I've been talking about this for the almost 10 years that I've been showing up here online. It's all about eating real foods. It's about building your meals around high quality, protein dense foods. We are talking beef, fish, poultry, eggs, maybe some of the higher protein dairy like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, which we'll talk about later. Filling in with colorful fruits and veggies. Eating this way makes it easier if you are looking to lose weight to actually burn fat. Eating this way makes it way easier to get into a calorie deficit and build muscle at the same time. Cravings, when you're getting the protein you need, again, from real food, cravings go away. Um, your belly, when you do this in conjunction with cutting out the crappy processed carbs, which you don't want anymore when you're getting the protein your body wants, your belly gets flatter, digestion improves, energy, mental clarity, all of the things. So that is the number one thing that I do every single day. It's just how I live my life. I eat this way. I eat my way through Italy, through the Amalfi Coast this way. I eat this way when I'm at home, when I travel, when I'm out to eat. I could be running into a convenience store. I love to share like what I get on, when I run into Wawa or a five-star restaurant or my own kitchen. This is how I'm going to be eating. What does this look like? Well, for breakfast, I had a lot of times to do eggs with cottage cheese, but I just had like extra eggs and threw in some leftover broccoli. I do eat a carrot every day. That's my daily raw carrot. That's a whole other thing. Um, One of my favorite restaurant meals would always be a big juicy filet or a really nice piece of fish with some veggies on the side. Went out to sports bar the other night to watch the Eagles, watch the Eagles beat the Cowboys. Had a cheeseburger, no bun, little side salad as for the dressing on the side, so we don't know what's in there. Um, Running into my favorite convenience store, Wawa. I'll grab hard-boiled eggs and, if I want a little something else, maybe some apple slices. It's simple. A salad, if I'm ordering a salad for lunch out somewhere, I really make a lot of salads at home. instead of a giant salad with just a little bit of protein on top, I'm going to order a small. I'm probably going to ask for the small salad and double the protein. That's how simple this is. Then I walk a lot. I walk about 15,000 steps a day. I'm not saying you need to do that, but I am saying that walking is underrated for our overall health. As a student of ancestral health, I know that walking is a natural motion that our bodies are designed to do. And walking is, it doesn't stress our bodies. You don't need any special equipment. You can do it anywhere. Walking is underrated for fat burning. Again, the only way you are actually going to burn fat is to be in a calorie deficit. But it also is great for boosting your energy, reducing stress, walking outside, especially getting natural light in your eyes. That helps to reset your circadian rhythms. So you're going to sleep better, helps to balance your hormones, boost creativity. Hearing those nature sounds is very regulating to our nervous system. Bird sounds are actually a primal symbol to our brains of safety. So there are so many benefits to walking. And people think, oh, it's too easy. It's not a real workout. Add in some hills, walk a little faster, maybe add a weighted vest. That's not something that I personally do. I might explore it at some point, but haven't done so yet. But there's so many ways you can make your walks more challenging. I have built a better booty by walking more. And then lastly, planks. I always say planks are better than Spanx. And by Spanx, I mean shapewear. So planks are such an amazing body weight move that works your entire body, works your back, works your shoulders, works your arms, it gets that triceps, works your quads, and it works your core. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the different types of planks. I personally, if you do nothing else, the one that I do every day is just a traditional straight arm plank. Basically, you're getting yourself into push-up position and holding it for, as long as you like. So those are the three things I do every day that just keep me feeling amazing. Are those the only things I do? No, but those are three core, those are like the main things that I do every single day. Also putting collagen in my coffee. I guess that's but prioritize protein and produce, walk a lot, hold a plank, boom. So now these two other questions actually tie in perfectly with this first one. So Mary, actually, I think your name is Mary Elizabeth, asked, I posted a recipe yesterday, the day before, for my protein-packed tuna salad, which you can grab in my latest cookbook, Happier, Healthier, and Hotter. This is a recipe. I took traditional tuna salad and made it even better, higher in protein, lower in calories, so delicious. And in this recipe, I'm using Greek yogurt instead of mayo. So we get a nice creamy consistency, but more protein, fewer calories. So Mary asked, is it better to use non-fat Greek yogurt? I never know. So first of all, with all my recipes, use what you like. They're all super flexible. If you have non-fat Greek yogurt, use that. It's going to be delicious. But here's why I don't use non-fat dairy. There are several reasons. Number one is flavor. Flavor, mouthfeel, consistency. When I'm using Greek yogurt as a substitute for mayo or as an ingredient anyway, I want to have a nice creamy consistency and a nice flavor. And I just don't like the non-fat versions as much. Also, I firmly believe that I like to eat foods in their most whole state that's possible and practical. So just like I don't use egg whites much, like I eat a whole egg. I believe that the fat in dairy is very beneficial to help us absorb the nutrients. That being said, I tend to go for the 2% dairy simply because my recipes that I develop are for people who are wanting to lose weight or who've lost weight and want to maintain. So we're going to keep calories low. So I find the 2% is a happy medium. But if anything, I would be more likely to use a full fat Greek yogurt, especially like as a sub for mayo, because you're not using a lot of it. And again, you're going to get that creamy flavor. But use what you have. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. If you want to make this recipe, you're like, all I have is non-fat yogurt. Great, do it. Use what you have. Use what you like. All of my recipes are super flexible. So that recipe was posted on my Instagram and Facebook. It's super simple. Maybe I'll do a tutorial here on YouTube soon. Let me know if I should start doing more recipe tutorials. Let me know in the comments. But anyway, use what you have, but I personally don't do non-fat dairy. Um, and then the last question came from Jim, and he was asking about planks. He said, is it better? He said, I see you usually doing straight arm. I've been doing the elbow or forearm planks, which is better. Jim, and anybody else watching, and I get so many plank questions. How long? How many? Blah, 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 blah. They're all valid questions, and my answer is always the same. Every plank is a good plank. You are better off planking than not planking. So, but let's talk about the difference. The straight arm plank, getting in that push-up position and holding it, is the one that I go towards the most. That is going to work your full body. I mean, planks are body weight moves, but it's going to work when we're talking about your core. It's working your entire core. So it really is like that built-in shapewear or girdle, if you want to use an old school term. Thankfully, those aren't really a thing anymore, I don't think. Well, they probably are. The forearm or elbow plank, I just don't like those as much. That's why I don't do them as much. But that's the real reason, but they are going to work more of those frontal abdominal muscles. So here, let's do a little demo. So the traditional straight arm plank is working like everything. Forearm plank is working more of this, giving you that more developed six pack that I've had in the past. It's not as noticeable right now. The muscle's there. I could build up a little more. I could also lean out a little bit. And that's fine. I'm very pleased with where I am. But and then the side plank where you're on your elbow on the side, that is going to work these obliques. So it's great to do all three. When I'm really working my abs, I absolutely do all three. Mostly I've been doing straight arm planks lately. And maybe it's showing a little bit. Hey, I'm a real person. Again, can put on a bikini any day of the week and go take pictures. At certain times in my life, you do see more muscle definition. That's typically the muscle is there for me because I've been building it over years and being very consistent. But depending on how lean I am in the moment, you're going to see more or less muscle definition. So drop any questions in the comments. I will link all of those, the links to everything, my email list, my cookbooks, my journal, my course, Elevate with Elizabeth, all of the things. And I'll be back tomorrow with another Q&A. Thanks for being here.